It is Friday. We are out here in the shed with some orders to pull. I didn't box up. I boxed up everything from yesterday, but I didn't print labels because they didn't need to be printed until today on several orders. So I can't really give you an accurate total here. My total's saying like 809 right now out of 29 orders here, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 orders already packed, plus at least 1 or 2 orders that I already pulled and showed you guys in the last video. So, do apologize. But I will show you everything that I have pulled now. This is in the morning, Friday morning. See, still trying to get sand out of my eyes here. We got Vampire Weekend. This is with a slip cover. Slip cover is a little rough, but it is there and intact. This sold for $5.99. Then I just listed this yesterday. Well, my photographer photographed it yesterday and I made it live. This is almost kind of like a tarot card, I guess. Reading and interpreting past lives with the Phoenix deck. And it's a book with cards that were never even used. Well, they don't look used. They are open, so maybe it was played once or something. Played, I don't know. Is that the right term? Sold for $19.99. I think I paid $1 or $2 for this at the auction in the lot, maybe $3. Just the other day, and funny, it's going to Minneapolis. All the drama going on in there is crazy. For those that follow the news, Halloween 2 sold as part of my 50%. Did this go for 50% off? It doesn't say it's part of the 50% off, but it does show that it sold for $2.34, and I'm pretty sure I had it listed for more than that. And this Christina's House also sold for $2.15. Maybe my 50% off did. No, because that says save 50% off there. So I wonder why those aren't part of my 50% off sale. Maybe because they had to meet a certain price point, so maybe those were already listed very cheap, that it didn't hit the price point. Because you can't sell anything for under 99 cents on eBay. Which I don't know why you would anyway, because there's really no money to be made if it sells for under 99 cents. You may make 5 cents, if that, once you count fees and everything. Does that really become worth it? That's why I don't get these 99-cent auctions that people do. It is ridiculous. Another DVD that sold, Christina's House sold for that. This DVD, The Covenant, sold for $8.99. It is sealed. One of them nun horror movies. I never really got into those. I sold a metal picture frame, which I don't know where it's at, but I just listed it on the 22nd of December, so I'm assuming it's probably still in the house and has never made its way back out here yet, because there is a huge stack of stuff that needs to come out here and get put away. We sold the Grand Ole Opry Classics Honky Tonk Heroes. This sold part of the 50% off discount for $2.49. I wonder if the sale's just getting people in here buying stuff. Like they say, oh, that's 50% off. Let me see what his other movies, and then end up buying something else. Very possible. I don't know. I'm really experimenting with doing sales this year, just to try to get more things moving. Once this DVD 50% off sale ends, I'm going to put my Blu-rays on sale next. Probably do like a 20% off on Blu-rays, and then 50% off on old Blu-rays, but I don't really have a lot of old Blu-rays. Most of the Blu-rays I got are new from the horror buyout. Most of my older Blu-rays is probably under 30 Blu-rays because they're just not something that I pick up to flip, because people want too much for them at yard sales and at the flea market around here. I guess because they consider it the newest technology, even though it's been out for probably over a decade now, I'd say. This is a trade paperback of Hellblazer, John Constantine. This sold for $8.09. Setting the Sun is the title of that one. It's probably, usually those collect about 3 or 4 comic books into one bundle there. My last DVD sale here is a copy, and this also hit the 50% off mark. Here's Chuck Season 2 for $2.24. I like to really bundle my TV shows up, but for whatever reason, I think I only just had the one. I will list it, and then when I get more, I'll delist it and then bundle them up. But I guess Chuck is one of those I just never got more copies of in any of the lots that I bought recently. So I love that show. That was probably one of my favorite shows from the early 2000s, 2010s, whenever it came out. A Harley Davidson keychain here sold for $9.99. I got a bad review on this. I have a whole lot of these, and I don't remember. Yeah, I bought a bunch of these. I got 7 left after this one, so I guess I had 10 of them. And I got a negative review on one of them saying that all the stuff scratched off of it. So I don't know. That may be, I say it's leather, but maybe it's faux leather. I might need to go in there and change it, because it doesn't really say that it's leather, but it doesn't really feel like it's faux leather. So I don't know why you would make this faux leather. It's just such a small piece. Why wouldn't you use real leather on that? And the way it's stitched together, I guess it could be faux. But man, one of my 14 negative feedback is for one of those things. I almost delisted them all just because of that feedback, but when I came back and looked at them, they look okay to me. So I don't know. Maybe just a disappointed customer. I guess we'll see what happens with this. And this will be the 3rd one I've sold. I've sold 2 so far. So this is a spoon rest of the Pillsbury Doughboy. Just bought a bunch of like 3 or 4 pieces here. It was this and a bunch of salt and pepper shakers, but the salt and pepper shakers were really nasty, so I didn't even list those. And I almost didn't list this guy just because he does look kind of a little discolored. I probably should have bleached him to see if that would have cleaned up a little bit. But for $9.99, I didn't feel like putting that much extra work into them, so I just left them. I sold another one of these Boris Vallejo art books. He's got a lot of great. I just love his style of artwork. One of my favorites as a kid. A lot of his stuff is very adult. This guy did a lot of Conan stuff back in the day, a lot of Tarzan, fantasy stuff. Some of his art books are very pricey, like at $40 and $50 range. This one sold for $20.69. It's not one of the bigger ones. It's very thin. It's not a first printing either, I don't believe. He's got, like, if you get first printings and stuff like that, they become, but these are really nice because these you could actually pull these particular ones out and frame them. I probably could have made more money doing that. Pulling out, especially like some of the more explicited ones. Especially this front cover one's pretty popular. I think this front one was used in a pinball machine, or very similar, called Dragon back in the 70s, because that's how popular his art style was. I sold a hat, took a best offer. Somebody asked me if I would sell this hat for $40, and I said I sure will, because I've had this hat forever. It's like a 1940s made in Parisian hat. I think we went to an estate sale and bought a bunch of these for like $2 just to try them out, and thinking that they might sell pretty fast. They have not. I called it a derby funeral hat because it's black. Church hat, I guess I could have. Don't really have a good place to store them either, so they do tend to get a little messed up in storage. I don't have great shipping boxes for some of them. This one here should be pretty easy because it doesn't have a brim or anything on it. So again, very happy to get $40 for that. All this other stuff is sold. I've already showed you, and I think I got one last thing to show you guys. That would be some beanies. You probably see me selling these. If I can talk here, these Disney beanies all the time. Usually they're all character ones of Winnie the Pooh or Mickey the Mouse, Tigger, Eeyore. But this is one of the few ones that's actually based on one of the rides from the park. I don't know if this one was made exclusively for the theme parks. The Small World ones. I have several of these. I sold one, just a little China girl, before, because I have so many different sets. This is a full set of 6 figurines, or these beanies that they made. So there's the China girl. There is an Eskimo boy. There is the little Dutch girl here. And there is the little Mexican boy. They've done it. Didn't they do away with the Small World ride? I'm not 100% positive. This is the Japanese girl. And this is the English boy. So all those sold complete set. They have the little tag protectors on them for $39.36. I've had those listed for 3 years, so I would not recommend buying them. The only reason I did get into buying these years ago was because I bought some from a guy at a flea market when we lived in Riverview, our old house, 3.5 years ago. That had some from Splash Mountain that they had made. Briar Rabbit, Briar Bear, the Buzzard, and those were all very expensive. I think I got $100 for that set, but I had a whole bunch of other ones that I gotten because of that, because it was like a whole bin. So I did really well with those, and then I went to a yard sale and I found this set of 6. So I bought those thinking that, those are going to sell great, and they've sat. And then I was at our other flea market a year or two later, and the guys said I had to buy all of them because I just wanted the Briar ones that I've sold very well in the past. But he made me buy 2 bins full of these for $100. So I'm like, well, I know I will sell the Briar ones right away and get my money back, and it'll take a while to sell the rest. But I've sold quite a few. I'm down to about just 1 bin full of these. Every once in a while I will pick one of these little beanie toys up here or there. I picked up some Winnie the Pooh ones at a sale, probably say like 2 months ago, and they sold right away. So it's just certain ones will sell, They're not going to sell them fast, but if you can find these, I'll still pick them up for $1. $2 maybe, just depending on what the character is. If you can get a lot, like a full series, like maybe like all the Mary Poppins ones, and there's like eight or nine Mary Poppins ones, I would, do that. Pay $10, make 40, because there's gonna be somebody that wants that particular series. But just picking one of and thinking you're gonna get a lot of money for it, they are gonna sit. And there are tons of different Mickey styles, different Pooh styles. All your popular ones are gonna have so many different ones. So if you decide to pick those up to sell, just to let you know, certain ones do sell good. Certain ones are going to take a while. Like these took a while, but I did finally get $40. And I probably paid for 6 of them. Probably six. I would say I probably paid $6 to $10 for the lot. I couldn't tell you, it's been so long. This is also something that sold the other day, but I forgot to show you guys because it was in the house. These ended up selling. This came from our storage unit, and these ended up selling because I got to scroll all the way down for $20 for these little sealed action figures that are on a card, but cards coming loose. So I hope you all have a good weekend. Keep hustling. Out.